Hello everybody, it's Numerologist Michelle Buchanan here with your numerology forecast for October 2025. The year has gone by so fast, and that's because the energy that we're living in, it's amping up. Things are speeding up. We're moving into a higher frequency. It's quite the journey, and more so than ever before, it is truly beneficial to understand who you are, why you're here, what you're here to work through, what lessons you've come to work through in Earth School, and how to make the most of your numerology chart and the cycles of time that you're in. To ask yourself, who am I? Why am I here? What's the meaning of life? What do I need to do based on my numerology chart to raise my vibration, to maintain a high vibration through all of the crazy that's going on the planet all around us and the energy that we are bathing in? But more importantly, how to maintain a high vibration through your own journey of soul growth and evolution that is based on the blueprint of your soul's journey from your numerology blueprint that is calculated from your birth certificate name and your date of birth. And I am doing a special for the month of October where my 1 hour numerology readings are normally $100. They're normally $150, but for the month of October, they are $100. That's 100 New Zealand dollars for New Zealand people that reside and live in New Zealand, 100 Australian dollars for those in Australia, and 100 US dollars for those in America, Canada, outside of New Zealand and other parts of the world. So just message me at michelle@positivepower.co.nz and let me know if you'd like to book a session. Also, you can go through my website, michellebuchanan.co.nz. So let's take a look at October. You know, we are in a universal energy where October is a 1 month in a 9 year. So it gives us a 1 energy of new beginnings, new opportunities, a whole fresh start, a breath of fresh air for every single one of us. That number influences all of us directly. So it is a time to take a look at new ways of thinking, new ways of behaving, new ways of tackling problems, new solutions to existing issues, being open and to new ideas of ways to move forward. For some people, it's new relationships, new opportunities at work, new ideas, new hobbies, new projects, or even a fresh new mindset to take you through to achieve your goals and manifest the things that you want with that positive attitude. Now let's become a little bit more personal and let's go into calculating your personal year number for the whole year. You do have an individual number, your personal year number that's personal to you. We calculate this number by adding the day and month of our birth date to number 9. We add it to number 9 because 2025 is 9. So the day and month of our birth date, we're going to add that to 9. Let's use the example for the birth date, the 28th of March. We would go 2 plus 8 plus 3 for March plus 9. Now the rule of thumb here is to add any double numbers together. Keep adding double numbers together until you eventually get a single digit between 1 and 9. And that's your personal year number for the whole year. So in our example for the 28th of March, that adds up to 22. So we're going to add the 2 and 2 together, and that will give us a 4 personal year, a number 4 personal year. Let's use another example, 13th of June. We're going to add the 13 and the June to number 9. That would be 1 plus 3 is 4, 4 plus 6 for June is 10, and we're going to add that to 9. 10 and 9 is 19. Remember the rule of thumb? Continue adding double numbers together until you eventually get a single number between 1 and 9. With 19, we add the 1 and 9 together. 1 plus 9 is 10. Well, that's still a double digit. So then we go one step further. 1 plus 0 is 1. So that's a 1 personal year. Okay, so let's get started with the personal year number forecast, starting with personal year number 1. You guys are in a year of new beginnings and a fresh start, a whole clean slate, new attitude. Now, for the month of October, you are in a 2 month, and that means it's time to slow down a little bit, to not have your foot flat down on the accelerator, but to sort of ease back a bit. And it's about fine tuning and working on the finer details behind the scenes and getting everything organized and structured, especially with any new ventures or projects or opportunities or relationships or experiences that are new. It's about working on the details behind the scenes to ensure that whatever has been started is going to stand the test of time, that it's fine-tuning whatever has been started this year. And this is also a little taste of what next year can be like for you. October always gives us a little bit of insight into the energy of the year to come. So here's some tips for you to do in the month of October. You want to consolidate and solidify whatever you have started working on. Build upon things that you already have. You want to be patient and wait for opportunities to come to you. The 2 energy is slow and steady wins the race. You don't want to force things to happen, okay? So be patient. Don't force your will on things. Don't force outcomes. Great time to focus on health and well-being. This is a month to focus on the relationships in your life, okay? Especially existing relationships, but also if there are relationships that you're in that don't serve you anymore, that are not healthy, that have come to an end, this is a time to look at moving away from those relationships. Also, you might feel more sensitive, more emotional. It is a time to sort of work on any release repressed emotions, recognize and express any emotions, work on your personal growth and self-awareness, and be proactive and positive about finding love if you are single. All right, so be patient, be tolerant, don't force things to happen. Work on your emotions, work on fixing and healing relationships, work on being really patient, cooperative, and understanding towards others. All right, I'll leave that with you. And let's move on now to personal year number 2. You guys are in a year where it's a bit of a slow pace. You know, there might be emotional issues to work through. There might be emotional experiences to go through. There is a need to work on fine-tuning the details behind the scenes of projects and things you're working on, as well as improving relationships around you or moving away from unhealthy relationships. So you are in a 3 month for the month of October, and that is a time to get out, to be more expressive, to communicate, to sort of say, hey everyone, here I am. Let's be more social, connecting with others, entertaining family and friends, attending gatherings and social occasions and events. You know, this month is all about having more fun. I know life can be very heavy and very serious, but the 3 month is really about trying to find your joy, trying to be happy, trying to see the glass half full and be a bit more positive. So it is a time to see the glass half full, to work on being more positive, communicate your thoughts and feelings, expressing yourself honestly in order to raise your vibration this month. You know, tune into what feels good. Do more of what makes you feel good, because when you feel good, you raise your vibration. When your vibration is raised, you're more in alignment with life itself. You're in harmony. You're more in synchronicity with being in the right place at the right time. It's easier to attract the things you want with greater ease when you're in a state of laughter, joy, lightheartedness. So like I said, I want you to have fun. I want you to be more social. I want you to express yourself, and even if there's any artistic or creative hobbies that you want to be involved in, that's really going to help raise your vibration as well. I leave that with you, and I move on now. I hope you have a fantastic month, and I move on now to personal year number 3. You guys are in a year where there's a lot going on. It is definitely a time to focus and to not get too distracted, to be more social, to see the glass half full, to have a lot more fun in your life, of course. But for the month of October, it's where you might need to knuckle down a bit. Now, the month of October is going to give you a little bit of insight into the energy for next year. You will be in a 4 month for October, and you'll be in a 4 year next year. So this is a time to get a bit more serious and organized, a bit more practical. It's a time to figure out what goals you have, to have a plan of action, to set a plan in place that's going to help you achieve the goals that you want to achieve, especially next year and for the rest of this year. So it's a time to get serious about health, mindset, personal development. It's a time to be organized, get everything in order, budget, save money, pay off debts, make commitments and follow through. If there are skills that you want to learn or you want to upskill, and so you can build and expand your career. It's a great time to, work on the home, renovating, working on a business, developing things, expanding on where you already are. It is a time, a month, and a year to put effort in. So don't be lazy, don't procrastinate. Put the effort in, do the work. There may be delays, there may be obstacles, there may be frustration, but don't worry. It's all about your mindset. Where there's a going gets tough, the tough get going. So you put that mindset on that I can overcome anything that comes my way and achieve fantastic results. So it's about being dedicated, committed, organized, disciplined, and positive. All right? I wish you a fantastic month, and have a good one. So we're moving on now to personal year number 4. You guys are in a year that's requiring hard work and effort to overcome limitations, to maintain an optimistic attitude and persevere through delays, to keep plugging away even when you feel like you're not getting any results. It's about having the right mindset here, a mindset of positivity, about dedication, determination, perseverance, to be focused and prioritize your time, working on the details behind the scenes. Now, for the month of October, you get a little bit of fresh air. You're going to get a taste of what next year will bring. You are in a 5-month in October. So this is a time of change, progress, movement, and change. You might feel like the wheels are starting to gain more motion. Things start to speed up a little bit this month. Prepare for change. Anything can come from left field. You want to be adaptable and flexible so that you can adjust and adapt to whatever changes may present themselves. It's a time to have more freedom. You feel a bit more like the weight is lifted. You feel a bit more free to move, a bit more adventure, a bit more of a kick in your step, a bit of a breath of fresh air. It's a great month to experience new things, to try new things. Whether it's new mindset, new food, new health regime, learning some new information. Great time to promote yourself, great time to advertise, to get out there and make yourself known, to network, to be more social and make connections with other people. Great time to make a job change. Great time to be fun and adventurous. It is the number of adventure, but also be calculated and make sure that it's responsible, smart adventure. Great time to travel, take a vacation. It's also a time to shake things up. Some people can feel quite bored and restless in a 4-year, and this, a bit stuck. But the 5 energy is going to allow you and give you the opportunity to shake things up, okay? To sort of feel a bit more like you've got a bit more life, that you feel like you can see the light at the end of the tunnel, and so use this time to your advantage. Make smart decisions. It might sometimes trigger feelings of overindulging your senses with whatever makes you feel good, whether it's more food or bad food or alcohol or gambling or sex or spending or just going overboard. So just make sure that you stay balanced and that you are healthy, okay? And you don't go too crazy, but have fun. All right, I'll leave that with you, and I'll move on now to personal year number 5. You guys are in a year of progress, movement, and change. Things can come from left field. Things can be all over the show. Sometimes you can feel like, you're pulled in many directions. You have your finger in a lot of different pies. You can feel like there's a lot going on. It can be really exciting and dynamic for some people, and also very hectic, chaotic, stressful for others. But for the month of October, you are in a 6 month, and this is going to give you a little taste of what next year will bring when you are in a whole year of 6. So this is a time to be of service to other people, to be that shoulder to cry on, to be there to give a helping hand when required, and also to attend to responsibilities that you may have. There can be an element of sacrifice for some people where you kind of feel like you have to put others' needs before your own. It is the perfect time also this month to work on relationships, the relationships in your life, okay? So whether it's mending relationships that are needing work with family members or friends or partners, it is a time a lot of people in a 6 energy make up, break up, or, elevate their relationship to a higher level. Whatever needs work on it. All right. So some people can find that relationships are unworkable, that it is time to part ways. Other people are having challenges so that their relationship can form a deeper connection. Everyone's different, but it is a definite time this month and next year to spend time with family and friends, people that need you, to work on the home, to work, there may be anything to do with domestic responsibilities in the home. So gardens, the home itself, renovating, pets and animals. It is definitely a month to renovate and redecorate your home, focus on domestic responsibilities and affairs, being of service to others, being there for family and friends, to take your responsibilities seriously, and engage in any community projects or reaching out to the community. All right, I wish you a wonderful month. And we're going to move on now to personal year number 6. You guys are in a year where there has been a lot asked of you. Most people in a 6 year feel like they are the shoulder to cry on, or they need to attend to their responsibilities, especially responsibilities relating to family, their relationships, parenting, caregiving, the home. Anyone that works in a service-based career may find that they're a bit busier, or in their personal life, just being needed. And also this is a year where relationship issues that have been brewing beneath the surface may rise to be addressed, and there's no escaping it. Like a lot of people end relationships in a 6 year, because it is the time to focus. Is this right for me? Is this good? Is this going anywhere? Is it healthy? And if not, it is time to part ways and to move into new opportunities for yourself. Don't hold yourself back. Some relationships are workable and some aren't, and it's up to you to figure that out this year especially. And this can be figured out any year. But for the month of October, you are in a 7 month, and that is where there is a focus on your own inner self, your own personal development, your own self-improvement, asking yourself, who am I? Where am I going? What's the meaning of my life? What do I need? What's going to help me? This is the time to really work on your self-analysis, to form a deeper understanding of who you are, what you want, and why you're here. This is the main agenda of the month. Personal growth, also expanding on your spiritual connection, what you believe spiritually, making space and time for that, to connect with source energy, to build on that relationship. Some people take up meditation. Some people may involve themselves in, retreats or spiritual workshops or personal development training, or even reading books. Mel Robbins' Let Them is a great book that's, doing really well at the moment. Anything to do with self-empowerment, self-awareness, numerology, astrology, getting a reading. And more people have readings in a 7 energy than any other time. It's a great time to teach and learn, and it's a great time to take time out. Spend quiet time alone. It's in the quiet time alone that you hear the voice of your higher self, that you connect with source energy and receive guidance, and you increase your intuition. Great time to work on your diet, your health. Spend time in nature. Rest and recuperate. Great time to relax and just let go and let God. Great time to get a health check. Some people like to explore spiritual practices or alternative practices such as EFT tapping, Reiki, Qigong, taking up prayer, breath work, You know, all these sorts of things are really good in a 7. Just don't exert yourself and try and switch off and unplug from the hustle and bustle of life and spend quiet time alone. You may not want to be as social as you normally are. So I leave that with you and I wish you a wonderful month. And we move on now to personal year number 7. So you guys are in a year where there's a lot of inner work going on. There's a lot going on behind the scenes. Great time to make a lot of progress in your personal growth. Great time to really advance and expand on your connection to source energy. I mean, you are an extension of source energy. You are source energy in physical form. So that is a really important thing that should be at the top of your hit list or your to-do list for this 7 year. You've still got 3 months left of. That you've still got 3 months. Yeah, 3 months left of this 7 year. So quiet time alone, connecting with the higher power, focusing on your personal growth, and figuring out who am I, where am I going, what do I want, what's important for me, and how do I get there? More people have a numerology reading with me in a 7 year than any other year, or a 7 month, because that is the time of introspection and self-awareness and personal growth, so that you can improve and manifest the things you want based on going within and utilizing the universal laws. Now, for the month of October, you are in an 8 month, and that is a focus on money, business, and career, and your personal power. So for the month of October, in this 8 month, it's a time to focus on your finances, get them in order, budget, save money. If you've got any legal matters to take care of, some people can be involved in property or law or corporate matters. This is definitely a month to work hard, be honest, be ethical, because it is a highly karmic month. This is a time where you are being judged. I mean, we always are universally being watched, and what we put out, we get back. So you cannot escape the law of cause and effect. But when a 5 is involved, it really is about balancing the scales of justice and karma. So, you know, adopt an attitude of abundance, be honest, have integrity, be of service to other people, make it not about you, about the greater good for all. It's also a month to focus on reprogramming any negative and limiting beliefs, because you want to adopt an attitude of abundance. The 8 is also about manifestation, the law of attraction. It's a time where you can manifest your goals and dreams with greater ease, but you need to familiarize yourself with the law of attraction and how it works. Some people may have a strong focus on their job, their career, applying for promotions, making career changes, things at work change, finance changes, all those sorts of things can happen. But to make this the best month that you can possibly make it, you really need to be positive, and you need to understand the law of attraction. One of the best ways to do that is get your hands on, you might have to order it from overseas if you're in New Zealand, a book by Sandra Ann Taylor called Quantum Success. That book will change your life. Or you can just go on to Google or YouTube and put in law of attraction and watch some videos and learn all about the manifestation process. And I wish you the very best and a fantastic month. Let's move on now to personal year number 8. You guys are in a year of manifestation. So this is a time to refamiliarize yourself with the law of attraction and the manifestation process. You know, we are all creating, we are all manifesting through our thoughts and our perceptions and our words and our actions and our emotions constantly by default. So use those actions, thoughts, words, deeds, emotions, beliefs, feelings to your advantage by manifesting and attracting what you want. There can be a strong focus on finances and money and career this year. But for the month of October, you are in a 9 month, and that is all about out with the old to get way for the new, to make way for the new. This is a month of endings and completion and transformation. Okay, so it will focus on transformation and preparation for new beginnings that are coming in November. It's a major part, and don't forget, you know, this is also a bit of an indication of the energy you're going to be in for all of next year. You're going to be in a 9 year next year, so you're getting a little taste in advance in this month. This is a time to trust in the divine plan, to surrender to change, forgive others, forgive yourself, accept, let go, and move on from what's not working. Okay, despite this being a month of endings, it's also about rebirth and compensation for what you've been striving for. Things can come to fruition this month and next year for you. It can be a payoff cycle. So start feeling deserving and worthy. Expect the best and you will get the best. All right, it's a mindset. Also focus on being of service, humanitarian pursuits, working, giving things to charity, being there to offer a helping hand to people that may need you. Forgiveness is really important this month, forgiving yourself and others, resolving outstanding conflicts and disputes. Some people may change jobs, move houses, leave relationships, resolve outstanding conflicts and heal emotional wounds. All right, so there's some tips for you, and I wish you a fantastic month. And now we're going to move on to personal year number 9. This is a year of endings, completion, and transformation, and you are at the tail end of that year with 3 more months left to go. So let's make it the best 9 year it can possibly be. All right, this is about you going through a massive transformation, tying up loose ends, focusing on completing and ending what's not what you've grown out of, and preparation for whole new opportunities to come. All right. Now, this can be letting go of what doesn't serve you. It can be a job for some people, friendships, relationships, a residence, a mindset, a behavior that you've outgrown. It's about spring cleaning your thoughts and spring cleaning your life so you can move towards better things. Now, for the month of October, you are in a 1 month, and this 1 month of October is also going to give you a little taste of what's to come for you next year. Because next year you're in a 1 year, which is all about new beginnings, new opportunities, and taking action. All right, so this is about creating a fresh start, wiping the slate clean, and beginning a brand new 9 year cycle that's aimed towards improving yourself and your quality of life. Everything you do this month and the attitude you take will set the tone for next year. So you need to maintain a positive mindset. Be proactive about making improvements. There will be changes and opportunities this month and next year. So don't procrastinate and don't miss the boat. All right, you need to tap into the masculine energy of 1, which is a proactive energy. It's about being decisive and taking action. It's about having the energy to follow through. And it's about having the confidence, all right, being proactive but patient at the same time. Don't forget you've still got out with the old to make way for the new. You're in that 9-1. You're in the middle of out with the old and in with the new. And so be courageous, make decisions that are right for you, get clear about what you want, be positive, work on your self-improvement, be independent and self-reliant, put new ideas into action, get clear about it, having a plan of action. What do you want? Where do you want to go? Get clear about where you want to go. Maybe get a reading. I've got a special this month, $100 for a whole one hour. That's pretty good. They're normally $150. But anyway, get in the driver's seat of your life this month. Be creative. Work on your personal manifestation with the law of attraction, because you are highly attractive in a 1 cycle. So know that. It is a cycle of creativity. All right. So I wish you a fantastic month, and I'll be back with your forecast for November around the 1st of the month. I wish you a good one. Bye.